When it comes to chess, even the most gifted players can meet their match. In 2019, a young prodigy by the name of Tani Adewumi captivated the world with his impressive skills at the game. But when he was pitted against five-time US world champion and Twitch streamer Hikaru Nakamura in a game that would go down in history, no one could predict the outcome. The game begins. Tani starts the game by moving his pawn to e4, a move that he has played countless times and is very familiar with. Hikaru responds with his pawn to c5, going for the Sicilian defense. After playing a couple of developing moves, the game turns into a pretty standard position, with Tani's knights on c3 and d4, and Hikaru's knights on c6 and f6, with his bishop on g7 eyeing the diagonal. Tani thinks for some time before playing bishop c4, getting ready to castle his kingside. Hikaru castles and Tani moves his bishop back, which Hikaru attacks with knight a5. Here, Hikaru and Tani are completely equal, with Tani being slightly better. However, this would not last long. The turning point. Tani lifts his queen one square, preparing to trade off Hikaru's bishop after attacking it on h6. Hikaru here decides to look for an attack of his own, playing his pawn to b5. Tani should castle here, but he instead goes for a pawn to f3, defending his e4 pawn, but making his king a little less safe. Thankfully for Tani, Hikaru here proceeds to play a huge mistake, e5, which allows Tani to win a pawn after trading the bishop and knights. Tani decides to take the pawn on b5, and after a bishop and knight trade on b3, Hikaru makes another mistake, knight e4. While this move doesn't look bad, as after a check, it wins back material. The position will end up with a better position for Tani after pawn to g3, forcing a trade and winning a pawn. Unfortunately, Tani doesn't find this and instead plays his knight to f2, allowing Hikaru to attack Tani's queen, forcing it to move. The final move. Looking a little unconfident, Tani moves his queen to d5, a move that does practically nothing. This move, while it may not look like much, pretty much dooms Tani's position as Hikaru attacks one of Tani's pawns with his rook. Tani defends this in the worst way possible, blundering his rook, and with a look of embarrassment, briefly considers resigning before confidently continuing by taking Hikaru's pawn on d6. Hikaru continues the game by playing rook c2, threatening a checkmate in 2, which Tani defends with knight e4. Tani is just desperately trying to hold on, hoping to beat Hikaru on the clock. But unfortunately, Hikaru is too fast and too strong, and after following up with attacking Tani's queen, Tani decides to give up his queen with a trade. After trading some final pieces, Hikaru starts suffocating Tani in chess, and after chasing down Tani's knight, Hikaru ends the game with a brutal rook checkmate, resulting in a win for the professional streamer. Tani's future. Despite losing the match in a miserable manner, Tani's perseverance and dedication to chess paid off as he went on to achieve victories over Hikaru not once but twice a few years later. In 2021, Tani faced Hikaru in a blitz match and stunned him with a brutal queen e8 check. While Hikaru still maintains his status as a much stronger player, Tani's continuous improvement and remarkable performance against formidable opponents illustrate his ambition to become a world champion one day. Tani's determination to succeed and constant practice makes him a promising prospect for the future of chess. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance and the limitless potential of young talent in the world of competitive chess. Tani's future in chess looks bright, and his story continues to inspire chess enthusiasts around the world. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.